All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, 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 Kyle Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, honors and salutation to you, sincere Akim, laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering of the hopeful elect. And this is a continuation, a part 2, Starvation, the time of Jacob's trouble. And Spirit, I'm gonna jump back into it because the Spirit had me dressing different things in the other video, and we're gonna get back to this point too because again, this is prophecy. The Spirit designed me to continue this lesson, so I'm gonna continue it. You see, you got Nero Trump right there. They got the picture of him cutting the SNAP benefits, and this is a beautiful thing overall because this has to happen, man. You know, the scriptures must be fulfilled, right? Yahweh Shai said the scripture cannot be broken. The Lord said he's going to raise up a cruel Lord, right? Make up over the people. And this is what we have going on right here, man. You see? So matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up. It says, Trump says he's not paying any SNAP benefits despite court order, millions left without food and assistance. And again, and back in the days, the Spirit showed me, and that's why I used to say it a lot. A lot of times I just say it. I said, when Jake ain't got nothing to eat, when people can't eat, that's when they're going to get serious, man. Because it's all fun and games until you can't eat. Because here it is, the economy is, they done, especially, and they do this thing in phases, man. We've been bringing it out, going into the whole thing, the societal collapses, how they, basically did the super hyperinflation, even to this new mayor that they got in there. I don't know if he's an Indian or whatever. I forget. I can't even pronounce his name. Mahadini, Mama, whatever the fuck that nigga name is. But and even Cuomo, he said it right. He said, yeah, this is gonna justify. Because remember, they're making laws. If you say anything against some big nose, small hat phonies, like there's places where you go to jail, you get arrested, you get killed, right? So this guy's supposed to be anti, you know who, and they're the ones who, Trump been pleasing them for the longest. Everybody know he's in bed, him and BB, right? So they're gonna push and urge because they control Trump. Trump is a puppet. They're gonna urge him to go over there. And Cuomo was breaking it down, and as he said it, I said, yeah, I believe him, right? Because this is a setup. So now he could take over New York, all right? He could take over New York because he's gonna sit there and say, look, just like he's doing with these other cities, y'all can't handle the crime, the crime that they're creating, mind you, but y'all can't deal with these criminals, so y'all need the federal agents, you need the army, us to send the army in there and the national reserves to help you out. So it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed throughout New York based off of this, and there's a big uproar. You got people in high positions with the FDNY resigning, So again, this country is more divided than it's ever been. And Yahweh Shai spoke on that in Matthew the 12th chapter, right? And then other parts of the scriptures. So it says millions left without food assistance. SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, manyfold, billions and billions. The Godfrey there to read this. It says during Crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office, due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to just those in need. And that's what this, this is the devil, right? The devil speaks with a pitchfork. They'll speak it, because why are you, first of all, those nasty people shouldn't get no benefit. They should get the benefit of a sword across their throat, according to the Bible, from what the Bible says. I'm speaking on the truth and what the Bible says. So that is out of line. How are you sending money to all these other people, whatever? But come on, we know that they don't give a shit. Just like Trump is talking about, if they don't stop killing the so-called Christians in Nigeria, it's horrible, it's a shame, we're going to have to do something. No, you don't care about those people. You want to go over there and justify you going up over there to take the land. The scriptures tell you that war is in their heart, all right? He put his hand against those that be at peace with him. All right, you ain't got to be doing nothing, man. He just gonna start with you because he want what you got. But anyway, it says, which is the purpose of SNAP. He said it will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, which they can easily do and not before. Thank you for your. So in the meanwhile, and showing you, they don't get, and people are sitting there like, wow, you're gonna do that as if there's any real humanity in these devils. They don't care about people who starve. They don't care about the. You got kids and babies out there that ain't got no infant milk or whatever you call it, formula. All right, which a baby really should be breastfed, but now these bitches ain't even got no breasts. They got fucking silicone titties or fucking all kind of cancerous tumors in it. So they ain't got no milk. They ain't even got powder milk in them motherfuckers. You know? But these devils don't care how your kids eat. They don't care about if you're able to be taken care of by a doctor. They know that this was going to cause all these disasters, man. So that's why the scriptures speak about the time of Jacob's trouble, right? Let me see. Here we go right here. Jeremiah, let me go right straight to it. Jeremiah 30:7. It said, alas, for that day is great, so that the none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. See? And our people, because why? Our people are the least prepared, because why? We're at the bottom. We've been at the bottom. The curses that were on us. And part of the curse, and you go in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, was that, he's going to put hunger upon us. So that's why it's been many a times we starved throughout this society with the so-called white man, because he's a damn devil, man. He's a demon, man. Let's see if I can find it real quick. 40. You know what? I'm going to start at 43. It said, a stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Deuteronomy 28:43. It says, and thou shalt come down very low. And that's us. We fell. He shall lend to thee who own all the banks and get out the loans. And thou shalt not lend to him. And you ain't got no small hats coming to Tyrone trying to get a loan. All right? I ain't even mean for that to rhyme, but it's the truth. Say he should be the head and thou should be the tail. That's why they're making all the laws, and whether you like them or not, it's nothing you could do about them because this is their time. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee. See, this is a curse for the so-called white man to be ruling over us, doing the things he's doing. It's a curse upon us. And why? Because we disobeyed the Most High's commandments, man. It's written all throughout the scriptures. We constantly keep bringing it out. And see, you go to, and you know what, man? And the hell with our people, man. The 2/3, man, the hell with them, man. Because they want lies. They don't want the truth, man. All right? But it said, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee. No matter where you go, just when you think you made it out, think you finally got a piece of the pie, that good times curse come. It come the curses to fuck up whatever good thing you thought you had going on. It says it shall overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And like I remember Pastor Ronald brought up the point. He said, yeah, the curses was to be a GPS on where the Israelites are forever. Because wherever you see the people that's going through these things, getting abortions and all the things that the curses are speaking about, bam, that's the Israelites. That's where they at. It said, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. See? We're going to serve our enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. And it's back again to that, man. A lot of people are going to starve. A lot of people are going to starve to death. And through the starvation, it's going to cause a lot of riots, man. That's why you got people already crashing out. We're in the 4th or 5th day of November, right? What is today? November 5th, Wednesday. Man, they're saying that this is the longest government shutdown. All these things mean something, man. These are all different parts of the collapse of America, man, and the destruction. And it was prophesied. The Most High, this is his thing, man. Let's see if I can find it. Yep. from CNN site. It says shutdown stalemate drags on and impasse becomes longest in U.S. history, right? It says ongoing negotiations. Senate Democrats involved in talks to end the shutdown. Now, the longest in U.S. history at 36 days, are trying to use their party's momentum in yesterday's election to spur Republicans to support a compromise, right? Trump told Republicans today they are getting killed politically by the impasse. He insisted the best way to reopen the government was to eliminate the Senate filibuster. Pretty much he's coming with, he just wants to accept that so-called beautiful bill or whatever, right? But now this is trickling down. It says air traffic disarray. Underscoring the impact of the prolonged impasse, the FAA said it will cut air traffic by 10% at 40 airports. And that's big business. We're talking about billions, trillions of dollars starting Friday unless the shutdown ends by then. And the way they're talking, like they're not, no time soon is this thing gonna end. So that's why back here, this is what Trump was saying. He blamed it on the Democrats here. Then he's getting on the Republicans there. But he's saying he's not handing out shit. He don't give a damn about what the fucking judge ordered.
Being affected. We say the number, Sarah, 22 million, but I want to speak on behalf of Clifford Johnson in LA, who is disabled. He is paralyzed, and you know what he does for a living? Drive Uber with sticks. So this is somebody who does everything that they possibly can with no legs to still work, to still contribute to society, who's getting screwed on the Medicaid side, and also now being screwed on the food stamp side. So no matter what he does, this particular administration that is in charge now is screwing him either way. There is this stereotype that those who are on SNAP and those who are on these benefits are people who are lazy, people who are not contributing. So that $100, $150 that he gets every month may not make a difference to those who are sitting at the tables in Congress, but it absolutely makes a difference to him. So what would you say to him?
I'll say what the scriptures say. Never trust thine enemy. All right? That's the problem. Our people, matter of fact, let me get that. Our people have gotten too comfortable with trusting the so-called white man as if he's the most high, And that's why you're getting what you get, man. All right? The Lord warned you by the mouth of his prophets. That's who we are. But you ain't want to listen. All right? It's lucky. I think it's Ecclesiastes 10 and 12, right? 12. Oh, that's Ecclesiastes. I wonder why. Bear with me. Or Sirach. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Yep, there we go. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. When you clean a piece of the rust off of iron, you know that motherfucker, you got to keep cleaning it. So the so-called white man, he could sit there and hide his wickedness. You know it's going to come out. It's only a matter of time. So now they got everybody in the trick bag. They got everybody in the pressure cooker. She talk about, I don't know if he's missing his legs. The dude got to drive for Uber and all that. But they don't give a damn, man. These devils, look, the Lord said a cruel Lord. A cruel Lord. That's what the Most High set up over you, man. So it said, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And that's the problem with our people, man. They love this devil. They love the so-called white man more than anything. So now they feeling they feeling that bite, right, from the serpent. Now they sitting up there. They want somebody to feel sorry, and they sitting up there pleading. This devil don't give a damn. They want to starve you out, man. We've been telling you that this was their game plan, man. The New World Order. And then now, and when they do actually give it back, they're gonna cut I think they cut them in half. You see? And I think they're restricting where you can spend them at now. And what you could buy. And that's also too, like the digital ID system that they pushing and implementing, man. That's all, which we've been telling you, we've been warning you, man. We've been telling you. So you know what? Again, Jake deserved what the fuck they get, because why? They want to wait till shit is fucked up. Then they want to try to pay attention, or be a studious or research things or whatever. But prior to all, it's a saying, ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure, right? Now the Lord, and we've been bringing it out. The scriptures tell you, this is Ecclesiastes 12, right? Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. You're not supposed to sit there and wait till things are, you become old, and, you done did all the wickedness in your life. You've been rebellious. Then now, because that Trump is cutting food stamps, he's shut the government down. There's no jobs out there. Your benefits are being erased. So now when the judgment comes, now you want to listen? Now you want to try to figure it out? And then even still, you still got our people that's still proud. They're still proud. So it said, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Guess what years we're in now? We're in the years where what? People are not having no pleasure in them. You got my man with driving Uber with sticks because he don't got no legs. All right? So we in some wild times, man. You got these women, they going, and all the pride of these women, that thing is going, man, quick. And we always said it, man. The Most High going to knock that pride out in the blink of a fucking eye. As proud as much shit that these women talk, and how arrogant they are. And these hoe-ass niggas, you fucking hoe-ass niggas, man. Always sitting up there, want to sit there and speak. Well, now the sister's the woman, the mother. You dumb fucking niggas. Your time is up too, man. All right? Because if you can't be a fucking man, stop with all your fucking emotions. A lot of you niggas are fucking bitches, man. All right? These women been way out of line. How the fuck you gonna try to sit up there and stick for them? They way out of order, man. You simple ass niggas, man. And you got niggas, like I said, you had the other dudes, General Hyman, got a fucking sissy talk show, man. Y'all not teaching the truth, the word of the Most High, man. All right? And y'all lacking, man. Y'all lacking. And the spirit is going to move on all of y'all, man. And we just telling you straight, man. Straight like that, because it's only about the elect. And I pray that I'm of the elect, man. I pray and hope, because I don't, we didn't make it yet, man. Okay? But see, that's the difference between us and these other guys, man. You got these other guys glorying as if they just know they made it into the kingdom. If you sit there and accomplish some, and not because, King Mashah started the trooper program, but it spiraled out into madness now, man. These niggas are sitting there macing each other, trying to have the worst boot camp they could put you through. That don't make you a man, man. A man should be commended according to his wisdom. What's that? Proverbs the 12th chapter? All right? The scriptures tell you that, man. The Most High didn't call us in here to, so now you go through the Hebrew Academy or whatever training you went through, and you get a certificate. Now you think you made it. You think you automatically going to be delivered. No, you're not. You ain't make it. That's not what the Lord commanded us to do. Okay? So it said, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, because why? Everything is being shut down. That's Isaiah the 24th chapter. Matter of fact, I'll go there too. The grinding is ceasing, man. Isaiah 24, and I'll start at verse 3. The land shall be utterly emptied. And this land speaking about America, because all of America is going to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father. And he's going to use those nuclear missiles. We've been telling you that. That's why they keep making more and more missiles. They keep testing them and everything. Because why? That's the prophecy, man. Those missiles will be launched. They will be launched. And it's going to be the Most High, the Heavenly Father. They talk about three-eye Atlas, the big, which is the fathership. Well, guess what? The Most High, those are his angels, man. All right? And the Lord going to put the spirit on them to do certain things. Like when you read about certain plagues and destruction, the Most High got angels there waiting to release those plagues, so to speak, man. All right? And everything's gonna happen in its time. Like dealing with the famine and what's that? Revelations, the 6th chapter. Matter of fact, go there real quick. Revelation 6. All right, because the scriptures don't lie, man. The scriptures do not lie. What's that, 11? Okay, Revelation 6 and the point. Well, I'll start the first verse, but the point is I think it's in 8. It says, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. They talking about a three-eye Atlas, or whatever they calling it. That's the Lord. That's Yahweh Shai. A white horse representing the purity. The horse is the chariot, represents the power. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And this goes with the 19th chapter. And he went forth conquering to conquer. And also goes with Wisdom of Solomon, the 13th chapter, how he's going to destroy all these other nations. In Revelations 19 and 19. This is speaking about the Lord coming back. So this is all speaking about this time now, the destruction and the things that are leading up into it, right? Saying when he had opened, verse 3, when he had opened the second seal, I try to get through it with interest of time. He said, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Which is who? That's the devil. So the devil must be loose for a season. He go forth to deceive the nation. So since the so-called white man been in power, there's been no peace, man. And you look at them, they can't have enough. All they doing, they changed the name of Department of Defense to what? The Department of War. They down there bombing fucking fishermen, talking about, oh, they were bringing in drugs. Bombing little boats and shit with fishermen. All right? But that's because it said the power was given to them. See, these devils was given the power. The power, that's why Trump is being, being the demon that he is, man. Because why? He's in the power seat. Esau was put in the power seat. The Lord, when you go back to the first verse, the Lord is going to knock these devils out of that power seat, man. But see, these are the things that are happening. It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto them a great sword, right? And that's why you got them leading up to World War III, you got them basically putting violence throughout the whole world. It said, and when, look at 5, the third seal, famine. See? Look at that. Look at that, the third seal, famine. So this is the time period that we in. We're now when the seals is off the book, this book is speaking, all right? The prophecies are speaking. The Lord is loosing the angels. We telling you that this is the time. So things are going to go forward. It's going to progress. There's no going backwards. There's no going back to the old days, the new norm, making what you crazy? No, we in the time where the Lord is going to bring all type of perils and distress and judgment and judgment. Okay, that's why the Lord said it should be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. A lot of people are going to starve, and starvation, the scriptures tell you, that's one of the worst deaths to die from. All right, and that's where they hit you where it hurts. They hit you in your breadbasket. And meanwhile, they monopolize all the farmers. They destroyed all of the what do you call it, the livestock. Damn near all of them. They might be some still. I don't know. Right? Hell, you go fishing, they regulate. You go and get one fish. Right? But it's devil, man. But anyway, where we at? 5. It said, when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, which, damn, which represent. We gotta get the hell up out of here, man. Got his insulation in me from work, but it represents the what? The you could say the social decline or the economic decline. Things are now changed. To the point to where everything is inflated. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's dealing with that, and then that's why now it takes more money basically to survive than it did years ago. Okay, what it took for you to survive. In other words, now you got to work 3 or 4 jobs which would have been the equivalent of having to just work one job. All right. A loaf of bread was whatever, 50, 60 cents, dollar 19 or something when I was young. Now it's like what, $4 or $5, and sometimes $6 or whatever. So that's the time that we in, which all that does is create it creates a what you call it. It creates a stage for a famine. All right. Or else, as they say, as the scholars or the talking heads say, an economic, it causes a economic strain. All right, which leads to hardships. So it said, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, yeah, because now it takes more just to get by, Whereas you work one day, you be good for the whole week. You work one day, that's only good enough just for that day now. Whatever you bring in. Again, like I said, you got in the other video, I said, man, you got to have 7 jobs and you got to do some Ubering. You got to work more than the goddamn West Indian. It's true. But it said a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures for barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, right? Which is the elect. It said the 4th seal, which is death. It said, and when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And this is the time that we in right now, man. All right. It said, and power was given unto him over the 4th part of the earth to kill with the sword, which this is what they're doing. All right. They're killing certain portions of people. They're killing with the sword. They had a even still, because they didn't stop with the ICE raids and everything. The ICE agents are shooting people. They're killing dogs, animals. So it says to kill with the sword and with hunger. See? And with hunger. To kill with the sword and with hunger. So that's why you got what you got going on now with the SNAP benefits, man. And you got people sitting up there, they all messed up over it. And Trump said, look, he said he's not going to open it before then. All right? Matter of fact, hold on a second. No, that ain't it. Get this other. Was this it? I can't find the article, so that's how I'm gonna move on. Man, time be moving. Let me get back to the scripture. Oh man. All right, so shit. It said, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death. And that's what the plagues that they've been putting out there. All right. And now you're gonna be surprised you start seeing tanks up in certain areas you never seen them in some of these cities. All right. It says, and when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High. Because why? This goes back to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, man. So they're gonna be madmen, sparing none. Okay, so this is the time that we coming into it, and shit, who knows? This shit could go down, within weeks, days. Really, each day you don't know what to expect. You check the news, you see what, man, because there's all kind of judgments coming down, and we're in the time, and these prophecies have to be fulfilled. These prophecies were written for the time period that we're in now. Okay, you have people in the church try to read through it. They don't know what it's talking about. No, this is talking about right now. And now the Most High is making it clear. He's making it vivid. You can see what they're doing with the different austerities, with the different legislations they passing, getting rid of the SNAP benefits. Basically, they said anybody getting in the way of ICE, you can put them down, you can kill them. They talk about even law enforcement. Law enforcement, they made them untouchable. You see? So what do you think they're going to do to the true men of the Lord or the prophets? Man, they're going to try to kill us, man. But then it's going to go to Isaiah 59 and 19. You see? It said, and for the testimony which they held of Yahweh Shai. It said, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Who's that? These goddamn devils, man. These Edomites that did all the murdering, the killing, everything that's going on that's wicked and that's wrong goes back to the so-called white man. You want to talk about drug dealers and that? Well, guess who started that shit? Guess who pushed and promoted it, man? All right? The fact that you got people all fighting against each other, these devils create these conflicts in these different countries, man. So they could collapse the government and then put in the CIA, whoever the CIA puts up in power and control the country. All right, but anyway, a few more things, but I mean that's the main point, man. Is it's getting real. We just gonna continue to watch. The Lord said, "Watch as well as pray." But Yahweh Shemal Shai is with his men, so you brothers stay faithful, especially if you're doing the right thing. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. The Lord ain't gonna forsake us, man. I mean, we in the middle of it. But then again, by now you should be built up. As much hell as you when you in this truth, you catch hell. So that hell, what it does is build you up, But still, pray to the Lord, though. Always pray to the Lord to give you the spirit to endure, man. All right, but I'm gonna end it there, and I'm gonna say, Kal Halal Yahweh Bashim Shai, Shalom to sincere Akim, Shalom.